Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Tips with Tony Topic Tuesdays. Super excited about tonight's topic because I get a lot of different, hey, I get a lot of, I guess, re- hesitation when people are thinking about starting to eat healthy. So I wanted to talk about today's topic. But before I do that, just a couple of updates. My name is Tony Marinucci. I am a registered dietitian, and I am a business owner of Diet Tips with Tony Marinucci, MSRD LLC. I provide online nutrition counseling. It is wonderful for those who are busy, who have a flexible schedule, and it's really for that person that knows what to do, but is just struggling to be able to do it. Hey, Tina! So Tina asked me how today was. Today was wonderful. I love Tina. She's awesome. If you want really not healthy recipes, but delicious recipes, ask Tina. She's your girl, and she does have healthy recipes. So not all, but they're delicious. So a lot of great recipes from Tina. So you definitely want to follow her. She's an awesome chef. And Tina got me in contact with the Dr. Oz show. She herself has been on the show before. So I've been on the Dr. Oz show a couple of times as a guest. And today I got to be back on as a guest. But this time I got to say that I was a dietitian, and it was just absolutely wonderful to be able to talk about a specific topic that was really important for me, which is I teach people how to make healthy swaps. And today's episode, I will tell you when the air date is, when we know, was about making healthy swaps, and instead of using butter, doing avocado butter. And people voted, and they decided who they liked best, and I'm not going to tell you too much. But I will definitely let you know when the air date comes. Hey, Mel. Hey, how are you? I love this. I love that I can wave back on Instagram. That is so cool. Why did someone put a sad face? I hope they didn't need to do that. All right, anyways, you didn't put a, hi! Oh gosh, sometimes these live videos it's too much for me to keep up. Anyways, so that being said, don't forget to subscribe to the Tips with Tony podcast or the Gym Wits podcast. If you want nutrition advice, if you want fitness advice, the Gym Wits, it's like a combination of the two. The Tips with Tony podcast is my personal podcast, and I provide free nutrition guidelines for you, mostly talking about healthy swaps, something I believe in very strongly. So people on my Instagram, I apologize, I'm looking at my Facebook screen. It's how I download my videos and post them onto my YouTube channel. So if you have not visited the YouTube Tips with Tony YouTube, you definitely should. The Tips with Tony blog, and that's it. All right, we're gonna get right into it. So let's get started. So today's topic is, I get a lot of people that tell me that they would eat healthy, but it's too expensive, and that's why they're not eating healthy. So when I hear the reason why someone's not eating healthy, it's because it's too expensive, I think of three different things. Number one, I think that this person is ill-informed about what a healthy food item consists of. I think that this person might not understand the value that using food as fuel has on our bodies and the long-term benefits. And then the third thing I think is that person just doesn't want to change, and that's okay. They're not ready to change yet, and it's another kind of just excuse, to be blunt. But if it's the one or two, so if you do want to eat healthy, but you think it's too expensive and that's what's holding you back, then you definitely want to listen to this video, because I'm going to try and, hi, Marianne! I'm going to definitely, hopefully answer, hey! Everyone's so great. Hey, guys! Oh, this is so exciting. So you definitely don't want to miss out on watching this video if you're someone who wants to eat healthy but isn't quite sure what to eat, and therefore thinks that it's so expensive, so you're not purchasing certain items. Hey, Kate. Hi, I miss you so much. All right. So I'm going to talk about the truth about the two terms natural and organic, and how they're kind of, people might be misinformed about what they actually mean and when they're on a food label. And then I'm going to talk about why eating healthy isn't as expensive as you think it is. And the last topic I'm going to talk about is how you can actually save money by improving your diet once and for all. So, hey! Side note, sorry, someone just popped onto my Instagram. I know Facebook you can't see, but Joyfully Chrissy Lee, I have the honor and pleasure of providing a talk at a wonderful event that she's hosting that she decided to create on her own. I'm going to be speaking there in 2 weeks, and I literally cannot wait. Like, I'm so honored that she asked me to speak, and it is for women who are really struggling and feeling really down and depressed and not 100% themselves. And if this is something that speaks to you, if I'm talking about this and you're like, I really need help and guidance in my life, I'm one of the speakers, but there's going to be other speakers there, spiritual leaders. Christina's going to share her story and her journey, and it is definitely an opportunity you don't want to miss. So if you're in the Yonkers area and this sounds like something you want to do, send me a message and let me know, and we'll get you signed up. It's free. It's a completely free event. So anyways, all right, back to the topic. All right, so let's get right into it. Let's start with the term natural. The term natural has been an ongoing debate with registered dietitians trying to decide if this is actually a term that should be used on labels, if, what it actually means, how the consumer perceives it. And the term natural doesn't mean that it's healthy, but the consumer reads the term natural and then thinks, oh, it's healthy. So there's a disconnect there. And there's actually no legal terms. There's no government regulations that says you can or cannot use the term natural. So you can kind of just stick it on there. So you could have something that's really, really processed, but then maybe made with natural fruit. And although that's great, the other ingredients are processed. So the whole thing isn't natural, and it gets really kind of blurry. And I think the biggest problem is people will say, it'll be like soda that's made with natural sugar instead of high fructose corn syrup. Still sugar, still not great for you in excess, as we know. So we can't always use the term natural and decide, oh, okay, this is good for me. So when you see the word natural, you might be choosing a healthy option, but then you want to look a little bit deeper, read the ingredient list, and see what else is in there. Another thing that really gets me, another thing that does it, so it could be like soda, but maybe you're not a soda drinker. Things like even salad kits, the salad ingredients are natural, but the dressing is not. So by basically natural meaning it's no artificial colors, preservatives, nothing synthetic. That would be what natural is. Now, the ingredients of a salad kit, the salad, once again, could be natural ingredients, but the dressing might not be. But because it's packaged in a separate container and it's claiming natural on the salad, it doesn't then disclose that, oh, your dressing is not natural and has a lot of additives, preservatives, and it's not always that great for you. Now, that being said, if you choose to have a salad kit and just use a little bit of the dressing and that's part of your diet, totally fine. I guess my thing is I want you to be well informed and I want you to know what you're consuming. And if you could make your nice homemade dressing, or if you could just do like oil and vinegar and make your own salad kit, that actually, believe it or not, will save you money and will actually be better for you. So that's it with the term natural. So it might not be worth spending extra money on something just because it says natural. All right. It's not bad for you. There's someone saying I love salad kits. Christine's saying I love salad. I love salad kits too. They're a great go-to. I just want people to be informed that just because it says natural doesn't always mean that it's healthy, and then therefore you want to monitor how much of that food you're actually consuming and what else you're having throughout the day. So I hope that answered your question, Christina, or made you feel better about it. And there are certain salad kits not all of them are great either, because it depends on the ingredients on the inside other than just the salad. But for the most part, they're pretty good. But see how nutrition is super complicated? It's not like black or white. It's just there's a lot of gray. But that's why you have me to answer all your questions on an individual level. So if you're confused, send me a message. All right, so organic. Let's talk about organic. This is a USDA government regulation, and you cannot put 100% certified organic on a product unless it's 100% certified organic, meaning that it uses processes that do not, if it's, using a fertilizer, it's a natural fertilizer, nothing synthetic. If it's an animal, it has free range to roam. Its feed is 100% organic. And these are great practices in the sense that I would love for, it's like feeding a human, right? If I'm eating the best, most nutritious foods, I therefore am going to be nutritious. So if you're feeding an animal 100% organic feed of what it's supposed to be getting, then that animal then too is probably going to be healthier. Now, with that being said, there's no scientific statistic difference in nutrition profiles really from organic food versus non-organic food. So although the practices might be nice and it's definitely a preference for your family if you choose to buy organic foods because you believe in like the whole other aspect about, not using a lot of pesticides and having less pesticides residue, that's fine. But from a nutrition profile, there's really not much of a difference. You could kind of argue, but it's still ongoing, that maybe the omega-3s are a little bit higher in some of your meats and some of your, even your milks possibly. But overall, you're still going to get the same calcium, same vitamin D, and all the other nutrition qualities that these foods have. So from nutrition to nutrition, no difference. From the way that it's being treated, grown, processed, there's a difference there. But from a nutrition profile, not that much difference. Now, this is what I have to say about organic food claims. 100% organic, fine. It's a certified 100% organic. But that still doesn't make it healthy. So a good example of this is, I remember, I'll never forget, it was a couple of years ago, and I had someone saying, like, almost like showing off to me, excited as a dietitian. They're like, look, it's 100% organic lemonade. Like, I have a whole glass of 100% organic lemonade. And I'm like, okay, well, that lemonade still has tons of sugar, and an organic lemon, really, if you're trying to choose organic, it's because of the skin. You're not eating the skin of a lemon anyways. So, and when you wash your foods with just water, you don't need any of that other stuff. When you wash your foods, you wash your fruits and vegetables for 20 seconds or more, you get most of that residue off. So really, there's no reason to spend another $1 or $2 more on an organic lemonade. Okay? Now, something else that really bothers me, I just recently, so I don't know if you guys know, but full-time I work in a supermarket, and I'm walking through the aisles, and I'm like, oh boy. I see organic Lunchables for kids. $2 more for organic Lunchables. I pulled it up on my computer just to read the ingredients because it was absolutely, I hope you guys can still see me because I'm going off the screen on my Facebook. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. So these are the ingredients for organic Lunchables. Uh-oh. It says that I joined. I don't know what I'm doing on my live. I don't know what. We can still see you. Thank you, Christina. You're the best. On Facebook, can you still see me? All right. So this is the ingredients for organic Lunchables that are $2 more than your original price. Organic pizza crust, organic wheat flour, water, organic sugar, organic rye sugar, contains less than 2% of citric acid, glutono, delta, lactone, glycerin, organic cultured wheat starch, organic palm oil, organic vital wheat gluten, salt, sodium bicarbonate, xanthan gum, yeast, organic pizza sauce, water, organic tomato sauce, organic sugar, contains less than 2% distilled water, organic garlic powder, sea salt, organic, or these are all natural spices, so I'm going to skip over them. But if you notice that I said a lot of words that I couldn't pronounce, organic dehydrated Garlic, fine. Silicon dioxide, and yes. So if you've noticed, I don't know if you could, oh good, Marian, thank you. So if you notice, so it can say organic, it doesn't say 100% organic. So the difference between organic and 100% organic is you're allowed to have less than up to 5% of the ingredients that are not organic in your organic product. And that's like fine, actually, believe it or not. It's not like you're not really lying to you, because it is mostly organic. The problem is that organic processed Lunchables, if you notice all the ingredients, it's still highly processed food. If you look at the nutrition facts label, it's 6 grams of saturated fat, which loads excess amount of saturated fats linked to heart disease, 630 milligrams of sodium for 1 pack, 2 grams of fiber, which is not an adequate source, and it's 290 calories for a child. That's not even going to fill them. So this is for a kid that it's an organic food claim, and so it's $2 more for a Lunchable. Like, why? Don't waste your money on processed foods that are organic. Please do not waste your money on organic lemonade. Okay, we need to utilize, if your family does choose to buy organic and you do organic fruits and vegetables and organic meats, that's completely fine, and that is a family choice. But I just want you to know that you do not have to eat organic to be healthy. You don't. To be honest, I really don't, because to me, I know that the benefits of fruits and vegetables outweigh the potential benefits of having conventional fruits and vegetables. Okay, especially if you're just getting started in your nutrition plan and you're just started going towards a healthy lifestyle. It could be overwhelming, and if it's preventing you from choosing healthier options than just, sticking it to your old ways, then go. Thank you guys. Getting a lot of support. They totally understand where I'm coming from. Then go conventional first. If you want to eventually, there's a list of like certain fruits and vegetables that might make more sense if you did want to do organic. But anything with the skin, like bananas, oranges, lemon, like things that you're not going to eat the skin, it's really not worth it. I don't think so as a nutrition professional. But once again, if you choose to do that, completely fine. All right, so we went over the claims, nutrition and organic, what they actually mean and how we can define it. Now, what I think the takeaway from that is don't go by just what the front label says. Always read the ingredients and read the nutrition facts label. I definitely will do a video in greater detail about how to read the label. It is something that I want to do because I know it's a little bit complicated, and I have done it in the past, but it's been a while. So I definitely will do a video and revisit the nutrition facts label so we can go through that in greater detail. But if it says natural and organic, might be a healthy option, might not be a healthy option. We need to explore a little bit further. And if you need additional guidance, send me an email, tipswithtony@gmail.com, snap a picture of it, send it over, and I'd be happy to address that for you. All right. So now we went over all of these things. Now, why healthy eating isn't as expensive as you think it is? Well, because if we're actually using healthy eating practices, so this is kind of going to teach you also how to save money while improving your diet. It's not that expensive, because if you are starting to cook from home more regularly, prepare your own dishes on a regular basis, use portion control, limit processed foods like chips and soda and cakes and cookies, and even those splurges when you go through like Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks and you get those specialty drinks. Ask yourself, do I need this or do I want this? Am I using food as fuel, or am I using food as a way to satisfy my taste buds right now in the moment? Am I hungry, or am I just eating just because? When you practice mindful eating, which I believe in very strongly, it's actually most of my clients, what I teach them how to utilize their food, is paying attention and really focusing on it. And if you start to ask yourself those questions, you're not going to spend money on items that your body doesn't actually need. And at the end of the day, you're not going to be consuming those foods that if you were to, I want to challenge you all. instead of purchasing, if you have a habit of maybe it's just one Snickers bar, you just buy a Snickers bar every day and that's your sweet treat, that's fine. But you spend money, and even it might seem like it's $1, that's nothing. And you utilize that dollar and you put it in your pocket to spend on healthy items. And maybe you buy iced tea or you buy juice, but you don't always drink it, but still, like, it's still something that you purchase that's part of your diet on sometimes basis. Don't spend your money on that. Put it in your pocket. Maybe it's I don't know, maybe you like love an occasional frozen dinner. Totally fine. Some of them are fine. No big deal. But if that's like your everyday kind of go-to, instead of spending your money on, say, frozen pizza, make an event out of it and make a fresh pizza from scratch. And that's your occasional item. But you're not spending, even though it seems super cheap, guys, frozen foods and processed foods seem super cheap, but they're not providing your body with any sort of satisfaction, and you end up spending more money in the long run. And I'm not even just talking about your overall health. We know that if you don't eat right, you eventually will unfortunately develop a chronic disease. Like, you're more likely to develop diabetes, heart disease, the medication list and all that. But the people who are watching this might not be thinking of their future and long term. If you're thinking about right now, in this moment, those foods aren't actually making you feel full, and those foods aren't making you feel good. When I tell you that the foods that you eat make you feel better, like I am happy because I eat for fuel and for nutrition. I am not eating just because, I'm not eating because I feel upset. I'm not eating, and I know that it's hard and it's a practice and it takes time to get you there. But when you utilize food as fuel and food as nutrition, there's no longer really a value on it. It's just part of what you put into your everyday budget. Okay, I want to share a little kind of fact with you. I kind of calculated how much it would cost someone to buy even something from the dollar menu from fast food establishments, and if they bought lunch every single day. Say they worked part-time and they, on their lunch break every single day, they went and they purchased something from a fast food restaurant. If they added all of that up together, they would actually save over $1,200 a year. $1,200 a year if you stop the habit of buying processed fast food items. And that could be anything. But the cheapest way to go about it, you would save, for a part-time worker, would save over $1,200 a year. Now, if you did that, if you're someone who also eats out for breakfast and you don't make the best choices, and for dinner most of the time, and you add all that up, you literally can save thousands of dollars a year if you start to practice cooking healthier options from home. And I really believe that when you start to use food as fuel and you start to use food as nutrition, then you actually begin to learn that it's actually not as expensive as you think. The reason why organic foods are expensive in a restaurant, and the reason why organic foods are more expensive, by the way, is because when you don't use, a lot of the natural fertilizers, a lot of crops get wasted and a lot of stuff gets thrown out. And so they have to put an upcharge for the farmers because it costs a lot of money also just to get the certification. And then also too, restaurants just take advantage of the fact that you want to eat healthy. So they know you're going to spend the extra dollar because you do value your health, which I think is a good thing, but it's unfortunate that people take advantage of it. So that's where the money then becomes, it seems expensive outside of the home. But if you start to practice healthy eating habits on the inside of the home, you will actually save money in the long run. All right, so that is it for our time. It is almost 8:30 tonight, and I do this from 8 to 8:30 every single Tuesday. So I will see you guys next week, and I'm not sure of the topic yet, but I'm always open to suggestions. Send me an email, tipswithtony@gmail.com, if you are interested in learning more, if you have a certain topic involved, if you're interested in my nutrition services. I am a little bit busy right now, not really taking on new clients, but if you want to send me an email, let me know what you're working towards, and I can let you know when an open slot will open up. I'm just going to go through. Yes, ShopRite has the best prices. I'm going to go through little things. Someone made a Tips with Tony fan page. That's a lie. That's not real. Do people do this? Oh my God. I gotta check that out. Do we think that that's a real page? No. Okay. Any questions? I'll stay on for a little bit. Let me know if you have any questions. I will post this video on my YouTube channel. I'm thinking I'm going to change up how I put it on my YouTube channel. I might do a separate video, make it short and more concise for people to watch. Yeah. All right. Anyways, tomorrow is National RD Day, so happy National RD Day to all my registered dietitians. Really excited to share that day with you all. So stay tuned for some videos in my story and some posts about it. Hey, Rory. So that's it. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening and a great week. Bye.